most of his time, he can tell a difference in the talent coming to these things every year. It's just since you've been here.
Yeah, I hope so. We certainly like to believe that the talent's getting better and better every year, and we feel like we have really good players coming back again this year, and sometimes we have some inexperience, but we feel like we have more and more talented players coming up each and every year.
What feedback have you gotten from scouts teams about your guys?
Well, the first thing is I'd like to thank our strength coaches, because they said the pro day went very smooth and they got a lot of information very quickly, so I appreciate our staff doing a good job in taking care of these scouts and the head coaches and GMs or whoever's here, so appreciate that. But what was the other part of the question?
You're in the guys. What kind of feedback have you got about Josh, AJ?
Well, you never really know. All it takes is one team to really like somebody and take a shot at them. So you never really know. I think, the usual suspects are guys that you hear about. Josh, I know he has the ability to play at the next level, and hopefully his workouts will help him move up in the draft. But I'm fairly confident he'll be on a roster next year. I think AJ has a good chance as well, and Melvin, if he gets healthy, have a chance, and a lot of these guys will have a good chance. So we'll see.
What are your expectations for Melvin going forward, and what have you thought about his recovery process?
I'm not sure. He's doing his rehab and he's getting better. So I'm really not sure where he's at. I know he's able to get out here and move around and do the drills. I was in and out most of the day, so I didn't see all of it. But I think he's where he needs to be, and he's getting better, and he'll be healed up, and he should be fine and ready to go. The big thing will be once he gets into a camp that he's healthy and able to practice full go and give it a good shot.
What advice do you give to the guys going through this process?
I just told them to relax and enjoy the process and have a great day. So a lot of times guys get pretty worked up. And, the minute you start putting some numbers on guys, they tighten up a little bit, and I just want them to do the very best they can.
How valuable is it to have your underclassmen come in and sort of watch this process and see, what it takes to make it happen?
Yeah, I think it is important. We're right in the middle of doing all the work right now that really goes unnoticed. So we just wrapped up our winter conditioning where they're lifting, extremely hard, and doing our fourth quarter drills out here in the morning where they're working very hard, and that goes unnoticed, but that's where you're planting all those seeds for next year. So I think it's real important, and it's a good time for them to see that right now.
Both Melvin and Josh said they'd be around now from here through the draft. Just how much of a selling point is it for you all that guys who have stayed here, like Avery and Bud, and worked out, have improved their stock so much?
I think it's very important, and I think some of our younger players have already noticed that. The guys that have stayed here have done very well, and their numbers prove that. And so I think a lot of our young guys know that what we're doing here and how we're training them is putting them in a position to be successful.
Coach, Michigan going down to Florida, all the SEC coaches are kind of talking about it right now.
And I have absolutely no question. I could care less. I have a lot to worry about right here. So I'm gonna work on Kentucky. I'm gonna work on Kentucky. Really. I mean, it's easy for me. I'm worried about this program and what we do. I'm worried about Mark Stoops. I'm not worried about anybody else.
How ready are you to get spring practice started?
We're ready.
We're ready.
Yeah, we're ready. Yeah, we're ready to go. We've had a good, hard off season, and we needed it, as you know. We need to lift. We need to get bigger, stronger. We've had harder and longer fourth quarter drills in the morning, so we just need it. We need, and we're going to have longer practices. Just everything needs to improve, and we need to keep on pushing forward.
Is there anybody you're not going to have for spring that you know of for sure?
I don't even know right now, John. I think we're in pretty good shape. Okay.